Okay, hello everybody and welcome to once again what has become this sort of like mini series that I've ended up doing on this side of the Halloween Samhain type festival, which is happening at the end of October, beginning of November, depending upon which particular person you talk to and what it is they think about these things. This is on the run up to Halloween, so we're getting out the good old fashioned Travis McHenry weirdo tarot. It's called the Occult Tarot. It has various different traditional occult demons in it, which have connections to all kinds of things, including the Lesser Key of Solomon and a few other fun things. And it's great. I love it. I just like the quality of the artwork, the original woodcuts. I like the fact they've included the sigils and seals down below. And it's just all there. Also, the little text telling you a bit about the spirit in question. It's all quite good fun, really. Right. And maybe after after Halloween, maybe just to make you feel happy and to stop you from thinking I am the reincarnation of the devil himself or whatever, we'll maybe play around with the Angel Tarot and do the same thing, again using the talking board, the ideomotor effect. Yes, I use the words ideomotor effect on the run after Halloween with a Ouija board in front of me, which basically means that I'm not the average weirdo, I'm just a different type of weirdo. That's... Relax, relax, relax. And just because there's people out there who like that sort of thing, we're going to put some things out here. That's a stone for a little Halloweeny type bat. That's various deity symbols, which some people like and some people think is a bit wrong, but never mind, it's there. You can enjoy them or not, as the case may be. I'm not even too sure about the camera angles, whether this is actually going to work in your favour and look brilliant. But either way, this is me setting up a little sort of like semi-ritual space. Earth, air, little pentagram for no particular reason. And fire and water. There we go. So the stuff has been done. The ritual of the doing of the stuff has been done. And now we can get on with seeing what on earth is going to come through today. So I shuffle the cards, nice and random. I mean, basically the whole thing about ideomotor effects experiments which you can do for yourself. You can do them based upon anything. It doesn't have to be a card in a deck. It doesn't have to be a traditional spirit or demon or lower or whatever. You could do anything. You could just do something simple like an element, a color. Literally. Try and treat that color or that element as if it's a person. Ask, go into your meditation, open yourself up, open up the chakras and the rest of that, and ask. The great spirit of that color or that element or whatever to come to you, or maybe you even want to look into things such as human emotions like anger, jealousy, joy. Describe them in that kind of like primary color kind of a way, and think about what they could be, and make up in your mind's eye an imagination of what this thing would look like, how it would react, how it would talk to you, and carry on building this fantasy over a period of time, maybe with a little bit of ritualistic activity thrown in to make it more fun, the lighting of candles and playing with radionic machines and all that stuff. And then just see how that kind of like materializes itself to your consciousness when you're in your meditations. So, who are we going to talk to today? Alright, it's a bit cheeky really, this, isn't it? It's a bit like finding a random telephone number in the phone book and then calling it just to say hee hee. Right, here we go. With the equivalent of the Knight of Wands of the tarot, because this is a tarot deck, even though it's like a really, really dark Halloweeny type one or occulty type one. Knight of Wands, spirit name Bathin, B-A-T-H-I-N. It's got its Hebrew name written there on the card. Teaches the values of herbs and stones. Transports anyone suddenly from one place to another. Now that would be useful because I've seen that there's been some reports of some like tailbacks in the traffic. Yeah, because we got like burst water mains locally, and there's lots of work being done on the roads and all kinds of stuff. So he could be. He's not going to teleport you. I'm sorry. Just get that. All right. It's like the text underneath is like the mythology, the fantasy of things, and of course, as we know through Chinese whispers, the fantasy of things gets exaggerated. but maybe this could actually be an analogy. Transports anyone suddenly from one place to another. Maybe that's even like states of mind, attitudes, values, and points of view. But he also teaches the values of herbs and stones. Okay. Let's see what you can teach me. Come on. Alright. It's the Halloween zone. We're in the Halloween zone. We're in the Halloween zone. I'm telling you. Okay, here we go. Oh, almost Halloween. See, it's October. There's like leaves falling off trees and things. People are doing fun, weird, wonderful things with pumpkins and boys and girls of every age. Wouldn't you like to see something strange? Of course you would. That's why you watch my channel. Right. What is wrong with me today? Okay. Bathan, are you there? Bathan, would you be willing to talk to me today? Yes. Okay, for the studio wardens, the sense of presence I've got is that of a feeling of nobility, a feeling of strength, physical strength, kind of like a person who's very muscular and very athletic and has the ability to achieve in conflict, which is, I think, rather interesting. Okay, Bathy, can you please tell me something about what it is you can do? Again, to the audience out there on YouTube, I heard the word yes inside my head. I actually heard it. Okay, that's great, thank you. Can you tell me what you teach about the herbs and the stones? T. O. C. O. N. Toucan. T. E. P. L. A. T. E. Okay, so like your answer to the question, what you teach about the herbs and the stones, you said to contemplate. So does that mean like learning how to work things out for yourself as to what these things could do? Yes. Kind of like teaching people new ways of thinking about these things and new ways of how to approach the subjects, of how to understand them. Yes. Now, what about this thing about transporting people, anyone, suddenly from one place to another? How is that achieved? S. P. I. R. I. T. B. O. D. Y. Spirit body. So is that like in astral projection or like remote viewing vision things? Ah. K-I. N. D. O. F. Yes, kind of. Okay, thank you. That was very informative. Let there be peace between you and me for all time. Amen. Goodbye. Okay, so that was pretty interesting. I mean, when we had the idea of just like contemplate the herbs and stones, think about them, think about what how you could use them, how you could explore them, experiment to learn what it means to experiment with these things. I mean, I think a lot of people could benefit from thinking differently about how they approach stuff, so that's a good thing. And it would appear that Bathin has an interest somehow in assisting with maybe astral projection, remote viewing, and spiritual type stuff when it comes to this time of year, maybe. That's the sort of thing you guys could be interested in. So maybe this is someone you need to think about building a relationship with, I'm not obviously not saying go around in couples and knock on people's doors and saying to people, do you want to hear the good news about my savior at the moment, which happens to be Bathin? He's just a great, like, demon of the outer reaches of hell. Hope that's okay. No, I don't think that would go down too well at all, Nick. You know, you're thinking crazy shit now. All right, don't forget to rate, comment, subscribe, favorite, share. That's what we used to say, isn't it? Now it's rate with a thumbs up, and click the bell, and subscribe. And what else do we tell people to do these days? If you like this, then there's a comment section down below, and you can fill that with lots of lovely comments about what you think about what you saw here, what you didn't think about it. You know, I want to hear your thoughts in the comment section anyway, because, like, you know, it's nice to just see what people think. It's nice to see what people think. Now, I've got one little superstition though, and that is if I've been using a pack of cards for, you know, what you would call ritualistic exploration, this kind of like inner shamanic spiritual type thing, is I put the cards or symbol or whatever away somewhere, in a box, in a bag, you know, that sort of thing. And I think it's good. It keeps it, you know, keeps it away from your, you know, your perception when you don't want to think about it. All right, well, that's all for this present point in time. More fun is coming up. This is, of course, the Nick Dutch Tarot channel. Well, no, it's not. It's Nick Dutch Mind, Body, and Psychic Spirit Tarot type thingy bob channel. Yes, okay, that's me. And I do tarot for a living. My website is nickdutchtarot.com. I am available on keen.com. I'm available on kumar.co.uk and also kumar.com. I'm on the Fortunica app. And I'm also available on thecircle.com. Look out for the name Nick Dutch, and then you'll see me. And I do my professional tarot readings professionally for money, for a living. And yeah, I'm pretty good. I've been doing this full-time professionally for a long time now. And I look forward to speaking to you guys again soon for the next delightful video full of and a little bit of just thrown in for good measure, you know, just a tiny little bit of Halloween, hey, boo, and yeah, put the kettle on, relax, chill out, have a cup of tea, and everything will be nice.